Most people think the moon orbits the Earth. Fewer know that it actually orbits a common center of mass, a barycenter, floating in empty space. And almost no one realizes that Earth and the other planets don't exactly orbit the sun either. They all revolve around a gravitational center that often falls just outside the sun's surface. It's a truth that gets buried. Still, the search for truth drives us. Not always because we want answers. Sometimes it's because not knowing scratches at us like a splinter under the skin. People want to know what came before the Big Bang, what consciousness really is, what happens when we die. And yet, maybe there are things we're not supposed to know. Things that don't fit inside our minds without breaking something. 6 years ago, I was an operations supervisor at a newly built luxury residential tower downtown. Nothing glamorous. I sat in front of 3 large monitors watching security feeds, HVAC systems, door locks, elevator logs. Every beep, every anomaly came through me. I worked nights. Fewer complaints, less noise, less everything. I liked the silence. My partner on day shift, Daniel, was the opposite. Loud, energetic, always with a podcast playing in the background. I took over from him each night, checked the logs, cleared the alerts. Routine, until the night of the fire drill. Not the fire itself, the drill. It was meant to happen at 10:30 p.m., but the alarm never went off. The elevators didn't go into emergency mode. No stairwell locks disengaged. It wasn't a system failure. Everything showed green across the board. Still, none of it had triggered. I pulled up the feeds to see if it had just been human error. The hallway cameras were fine. Residents walking dogs returning with takeout. On camera 9, the northeast fire stair, I saw her. She was standing at the top landing just beyond the emergency door. Pale, dressed in something dark, long sleeves, old-fashioned buttons. Not someone who lived there, not staff either. I paused the feed. Her back was to the camera. I tried to zoom in, but the image wouldn't sharpen. Her face, just a profile visible in a reflective sconce, didn't look right. It looked blank. Not featureless, not distorted. Just not something my brain could hold on to. I rolled back the tape. She wasn't there at 10:20. But by 10:25, she was. No entry point. No door opened, no hallway crossed. She just was. I flagged the clip, made a note, and moved on. It bothered me, but the night was long and the fire drill had been rescheduled anyway. No big deal. The next night I checked again. Same camera, same time. She was there again. Identical posture. Back turned. Same dark clothes. I checked the access logs. Nobody badged into the stairwell. Nobody went near it. But she was there every night now, 10:25 to 10:32. Never moving, never leaving. By the 4th night, I told Daniel. He laughed it off. "Security ghost," he said. "Every old building's got one. Ours is punctual." But I kept digging. Pulled archive footage, random nights, and there she was. March 11th, February 2nd, January 30th. Every time, same spot, same pose, same gap in the logs. I tried screen capturing her frame. The file corrupted every time. I tried printing stills. The image came out completely black. It got worse. One night, as I watched the feed live, not recorded, she turned. not gradually. It was like a switch flipped. One moment she was facing away, the next she was staring directly at the camera. At me. No turning, no motion. Just eyes, huge and still and far too dark. I jumped back from the monitor. My headphones buzzed with static. Lights above me flickered. All the monitors flashed and went black. When the backup kicked in 10 seconds later, she was gone. My heart wouldn't slow down. I checked the time, 10:32 p.m. on the dot. That was when I stopped sleeping properly. In the weeks that followed, I started seeing her in other places, not just the northeast stairwell. She was in the corner of the gym, standing in the dark between motion sensors. She was on a balcony 3 floors above ground with no open access doors. But I could never quite catch her in motion. She was always already there. Residents didn't see her, or they didn't notice. I checked the tapes every night. There she was, blurry, distant, silent, like a shadow pretending to be a person. Then she started texting me. I didn't know it was her at first. The messages came from an unknown number at 10:32 every night. One sentence each time. You see me. The first time I thought it was a prank. Daniel denied sending it. I blocked the number. It didn't matter. The texts still came. You see me. Then came the elevators. It started with a floor that didn't exist. At 3:18 a.m., I watched a resident enter elevator B. She pushed the button for floor 14. The readout blinked once, then showed 15. There is no 15th floor in our building. We skip it like most towers do. Superstition. But the feed showed the doors opening. A dimly lit hallway, faint, wet footprints leading into shadow. She stepped out. The elevator stayed open for 11 minutes. When it returned, it was empty. No sign of the woman. No motion on any hallway cams. The next morning, she was reported missing. Her apartment was untouched. Phone on the counter, shoes by the door. Nothing in the cameras but those same footprints. I quit 3 weeks later. Daniel didn't ask why, I didn't explain. But I couldn't escape her. She followed me home. At first, just in dreams, or what I thought were dreams. I'd wake up and see her by the closet, or by the hallway mirror. Sometimes I heard her pacing in the next room, slow and methodical, as though memorizing the layout of my apartment. One night, I dreamt she climbed into bed next to me. When I woke up, the blanket was still warm. I smashed every screen in the house, my phone, my TV, my laptop. I moved out, changed jobs, changed numbers. The texts still found me. You see me. You brought me with you. People stopped recognizing me. Friends said I looked thinner, paler, like I was always on edge. I was. I hadn't slept properly in months. Every reflective surface became a threat. I stopped turning on lights. I avoided mirrors. Even puddles in the street made me shiver. I started seeing others like me. At least I thought I did. On the train, in diners, people glancing over their shoulders, flinching at empty space. I wondered, how many of us are there? People who saw her, people she followed, people she chose. Why me? What did I do? But the questions didn't matter, because the answer was always the same. She saw me back. It's been over a year now. I keep my place pitch dark. No electronics, no windows. I write this longhand by candlelight, one of the few things that still feels real. I don't know how long I'll last. I don't know what she wants. But I know this: she's patient. She doesn't blink. She doesn't speak. She waits. And when you finally see her, really see her, you can't unsee her. Ever.